everybody, it's me, Kai Man, and I am going to talk about a subject that I've been wanting to talk about. It's a subject that every female, and I wanted to say woman, but I don't believe that the term woman suits everyone just because you're over a certain age. Or that you have the female genitalia. So anyway, I am going to say any female, no matter if you are straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, white, black, purple, green, tall, short, skinny, healthy, unhealthy, whatever. We all have to go through menopause at some point in our lives. And everyone knows, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I had a birthday in October. I turned 50 years old, but that's not when it started. I'm going to say somewhere between 12 to 15 years ago, I started what I believe were premenopausal symptoms. And I believe that I was going through it early because I, at the time, had an accident and they were giving me like high doses of hydrocodone. And I think it kind of put me into this early menopausal symptom because I started having really like hot flashes, and I've been having them ever since. So I can kind of equate it to that particular time in life. But anyway, what I really want to talk about is the symptoms themselves. And I'm going to talk about it from my perspective because I don't know how anybody else, how it's affecting them. But I've never been, many of you know me, know what my lifestyle is. Yes, I am a lesbian. I have come out like long ago. But as you are, and not to say that I think that I'm a man, because I don't identify with any particular label. I'm just Kai. If I had to say anything about myself, I would say that I'm androgynous. And I know that because I have, a lot of people when I walk in the store or whatever, they'll say, sir, I just kind of laugh and keep moving. But, or, I've had some people say, man, but woman. And I go, okay, whatever. But anyway, what I will say, how I feel about myself is that I have more aggressive tendencies. And those aggressive tendencies sometimes can come out as maybe a male domination, or not domination, but male dominant or masculine identified, so to speak. So anyway, having that particular mentality has put me into like a crazy spin, tailspin with this whole menopausal thing. It's crazy. What is happening? Not only are you going through things with your body, of course, your menstrual cycle kind of does some crazy weird things. But then also you have this whole mental piece of it, and where you don't know really what's going on. Your body is kind of transforming. Your mind is not up to par with this whole transformation of this whole like real feminine thing that's going on. So it makes you feel kind of loopy and kind of crazy for me. And so it has kind of, not only do you go through these hot flashes and you're going through that in itself is really tough, because you could be sitting there. Matter of fact, the last week I was with my niece and she was getting her nails done. And so I don't really have like bushy eyebrows or anything like that. I really have really thin eyebrows, but every so often I'll go and I'll get them, lined up or shaped or whatever you call it. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and as the lady is, doing my eyebrows, all of a sudden I'm sweating and I'm getting hot, and, and she goes, having a hot flash. And I'm like, yeah. And so they just come on anywhere. And I know sometimes that it's certain foods that you eat. If you eat like hot foods and things of that nature, it will also bring it on at, unusual times as well. And I get them when I'm sleeping. There are times when you wake up, I have all my clothes on and, my pajamas or whatever, because I went to bed cold. And in the middle of the night, I'm hot and I'm sweating. I'm kicking off the covers, and I come out of all of my clothes, and I love socks. I love to wear socks. They make my feet feel comfortable, protected, and safe. And I wake up and I have no socks on, and it's just crazy. And so, a lot of men, who have been with women, they, hear them going, they watch them go through this thing, and they think that they're crazy. It can make you feel that way because you don't understand from a psychological point of really what's happening to this person. So for me, it's really been really hard because here I am, this more aggressive person. And I've been more or less getting in touch with like this feminine side of me. And not in a way that, I'm going to wear a dress, because that's not going to happen. But it makes you more aware of that feminine side of yourself. And it makes you, more emotional about certain things. And it's like, whoa, what is happening? What's going on with me? I've been like, there have been some major changes with me. At least I feel it. If no one else sees it on the outside, I really feel it. From the way that I walk, the way that I talk, the way that I, might hold my hands or whatever. And it's like, whoa, it's like being inside this body that's really not yours, and you're not understanding what's going on because you're used to being a certain way. And so I don't know if anybody else has, been going through menopause and it's made them, feel differently, especially if you are in the, the LGBT community and you identify, or you identify as masculine identified, and you have this, female body, and that you're trying to walk through this life as the way that you've always done. And it's really hard to do so because there's like some changes that are happening within you. If anybody is going through menopause, in the comments, kind of tell me some of the symptoms that you guys have been going through. Tell me how it's kind of affected your life, your day to day. And just tell me some things about how you were, even before and now. Just give me some comments, because, especially if you are a lesbian. I really want to hear from you guys as well. Older, maybe not just lesbian, not a femme, but, not that I don't want to hear from femmes. Let me just say that. But, those that identify as masculine, put in the comments how it has affected you mentally, psychologically, with your life, do that, because it really has. It's affected me in such ways that, sometimes I'm like, what in the world is going on? Who in the world am I at this particular point? It's a great thing at this stage in my life, because in 2018, I've been having more of those symptoms. These types of things have been, what's been happening. Before, I wasn't going through this psychological piece of it, but it's great because I am not as involved with, the filming and the directing and all those things that I was doing in the past year. So it has allowed me this time to really just sit down and be with myself and, watch myself grow and evolve and become this different person than I was before. And really, kind of excited about, what will be the person, or who will be the person, once it's all over with. And then trying to understand that, my life is really changing, and menopause is, one of the effects of that changing, and not really, being sad or upset about it, but allowing that process to happen, and to, say, well, I get to go through this, and let's see what's going to happen on the outside of it. So anyway, leave me some comments. Tell me what you guys think, if you're going through, menopause, how it's affected you, what it is that, give me even some things that maybe that you're taking holistically or naturally, because, I prefer, we talk about those holistic remedies and things that you can do to help with like hot flashes and things of that nature. Love you guys. Peace.